Hi, I'm Rich Christakes with my Chicagoland Garden. In today's how-to video, we're going to show you the proper way to make a combination planter. All combination planters need the following three key ingredients: a thriller, a filler, and a spiller. A thriller plant is a tall center plant, such as Acolypha Jungle Cloak by Hort Couture. A filler plant is the next layer, such as a type of geranium. This is Indian Dunes by Hort Couture, to go layer the next level of texture around the plant. And a spiller plant would be something like the guacamole ipamea or sweet potato vine, also by Hort Couture, that hangs over the side. So you have your thriller, your filler, and your spiller. Now once you've picked out a pot and know about the size that you want, you can kind of gauge based on the diameter of the pot how many plants you want to put in there. Usually odd numbers are best for better symmetry of different types of combinations. What we're going to do is, I've already pre-filled this, the pot with some really good high quality potting mix. This is actually Elsa Pullman Nursery's private label branded potting mix, which was actually mixed by Sungrow. And I'm going to add a little bit more. You have to leave some space for the plants. Of course, you know, there's a little bit of root mass and some soil that comes with those already. Alright, so now we've got the three Indian Dunes geraniums perfectly, you know, in a triangle around the Acolypha Jungle Cloak. And, you know, zoom in on that cool foliage on there. That's very unique plant. This was actually one of the new plants for 2014 that was very highly publicized, and a lot of people saw it in the trials in 2013 and really liked it. So we knew that people would really want this plant this year. Alright, now that we've got our three geraniums, Indian Dunes, around the thriller plant, these are some fillers. This is a little bit of a larger pot, so this is where you can actually get away with doing a second filler plant before we do our final third spiller plant. What we're going to use here is Petunia Hell's Bells. This is by Hort Couture. This is a vegetative petunia. We're going to lightly, gently bring it out of the pot, and we're going to make the next layer. So what I like to do is I want to go right up tight against the center plant, leaving some room between the petunia and the geranium here, and the spiller plant's going to fit right in this spot right here, right in this hole. So you've got two layers of thriller, and what we're going to do, excuse me, two layers of filler. Pop this in, leaving room in between again for those spillers. Notice how the colors really work together. This Hell's Bells has a pretty unique color, and actually what I like about the Hort Couture petunias is the larger flower, but they do have a really nice body to them with a really large flower and some very unique colorations. Spiller plant. We're going to use guacamole ipamea, which is also known as sweet potato vine. This is also by Hort Couture. We're kind of going with a Hort Couture theme here. And we're popping this puppy in right in the center there, right between the two fillers. Alright, I'm going to grab my next one. And notice I've got a little bit of an elevated surface to work with, so I'm not bending over, hurting my back too much. Alright, I got another spot right here. See, between these two filler plants, we're going to put it right in here. And you know, you would think, oh, you're stuffing those plants in and choking it out. Absolutely not. This is the way to do it. I think there's something to be said about filling and making a finished looking planter. There's plenty of room for these roots to go down. This is a large planter. These are annual plants. They're going to live only the 1 year, and they're going to be absolutely beautiful from the time you finish this planter till hopefully until well into the fall. So we've got room for one more spiller plant. That's going to be right between these two here. And sometimes you can get in there and you can separate a little bit, and that actually helps kind of pack all of it together. You don't want to do it forcefully. You want to do it nicely and gently, but you want to make that room. Okay, taking this guy out, and then we're stuffing it in. Okay, it's in there now. now you still have your, you've got some gaps in between. They're kind of like triangular shaped gaps between where you stuff the plants together. You're going to take the pot, use that as a scooper, and you're going to fill in all those gaps. And this is going to look as good, if not better, than if the grower planted these from liners or baby plants. Okay, all filled in. Notice we've got our nice layers and texture. The geraniums fill in nicely around the jungle cloak as your thriller plant. You get your fillers, you've got layers and texture, you've got colors that work together, and you've got your spillers. And it's all filled in. Now the last thing you always want to do when you plant up a planter is you're going to water it in, each one. And that, folks, is the correct way to make a combination planter. This is Rich Christakes with My Chicagoland Garden. We'll see you next time.